Okay, it is time to start running some codes. At this point, I'll assume that you have Python installed on your computer. If you don't, please watch my video on installing Python. Our goal in this video is to learn how to run Python program code. Perhaps the simplest way to run Python programs is to type the word Python at your system shell prompt. The notion of a system shell prompt is generic, and its access varies by platform. On Windows, you can type Python in a DOS console window, a program named cmd.exe and usually known as command prompt. Make sure that you set your system's path environment variable to include Python's install directory. When you download the latest version of Python, it allows you to check Add Python 3.10 to path. Don't forget to check that option. On Mac OS, you can start a Python interactive interpreter by double-clicking on Applications, then Utilities, and then Terminal. And type Python in the window that opens up. Now let's move on to typing some actual code. The Python interactive session begins by printing 2 lines of informational text giving the Python version number and a few hints. Then prompts for input with 3 arrows when it is waiting for you to type a new Python statement or expression. Now let's try 2 statements. The first is a message equal to Hello World. Single quotation marks are needed for a string or text information. This statement assigns a string to a new variable named message. Now the second statement is n equals 17. So it gives the integer 17 to a new variable named n. When working interactively, the results of your code are displayed below the 3 arrows input lines, after you type the variable name and press the Enter key. For instance, I want to display the information for message. Simply type the variable name, message. After you press the Enter key, you see the value of message is Hello World. Similarly, type n, then you will see 17. There it is. We've just run some Python code. When coding interactively like this, you can type as many Python commands as you like. Each is run immediately after it's entered. Moreover, because the interactive session automatically prints the results of expressions you type, you don't usually need to say print explicitly at this prompt. The interactive prompt runs code and echoes results as you go, but it doesn't save your code in a file. Although this means you won't do the bulk of your coding in an interactive session, the interactive prompt turns out to be a great place to both experiment with the language and test program files. Although the interactive prompt is simple to use, there are a few tips that beginners should keep in mind. First, remember that you can only type Python code at Python's prompt, not system commands. Second, because the interactive interpreter automatically prints the results of expression, you don't need to type complete print statements interactively. Print statements are required only in files, an alternative way to run Python. We will learn other ways in the coming videos. Third, don't indent at the interactive prompt. When typing Python programs interactively, be sure to start all your honest statements in column 1. That is all the way to the left. If you don't, Python may print a syntax error message. Because the blank space to the left of your code is taken to be an indentation that groups nested statements. Last, the interactive prompt runs one statement at a time. Actually, this is a big disadvantage. Programs you type there go away as soon as the Python interpreter executes them. Because the code you type interactively is never stored in a file, you can't run it again without retyping it from scratch. Well, cut and paste and command recall can help some here, but not much, especially when you start writing larger programs. As such, in the coming videos, we will learn other ways to run Python code. If you are interested in learning Python from A to Z, please subscribe my channel for future updates.